First at 10, police are investigating a shooting on the campus of Winston Salem State University.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG TikTok bottom of the video, and we just gonna hop right into it. So today I was actually gonna do a Soulja Boy video right now, but I'll do it tomorrow. Break up. I did two music, artist related topics, so I decided to switch it up. Now this one I'm going to do one that's a little closer to home. Like I said, I tell y'all all this time, this is a a North Carolina podcast specifically. I'm from Raleigh, but we do all kind of North Carolina news. So the next one is a actual shooting that took place on Winston Salem State's campus that involved a student. So it's really the second part of it today. It's a second offender, but obviously if you been here before, I like to go in chronological order. So I'm gonna give y'all what ended up happening. So what ended up happening? Well, first, what they're accusing, the first person to turn himself in is a 19-year-old Jalen Stallings, who is said to be a student at Winston-Salem State University, and who is the one being accused of shooting the gun. It said he was found originally with 9 pounds of marijuana, a gun, THC edibles, cash, and various items of drug paraphernalia, and he is being charged with felony assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, felony robbery with a dangerous weapon, felony discharge a firearm on educational property, felony discharge a firearm from within enclosure to incite fear, misdemeanor carrying a concealed gun, misdemeanor possession of drug paraphernalia, and misdemeanor possession of marijuana. So before I get into if you've been here before, I do a lot of what's the penalty of this and how much time would they serve if they get convicted for all this. But before I get in that, I would say basically, they just what it seems to me about, because what they're saying, he shot somebody obviously they're saying he shot somebody 9 times and left him for dead with intent to kill. But obviously they're not giving much details about the victim, and the victim was obviously he's alive, but what I meant to say, he's not a student at Winston State. So what I end up thinking that happened, actually I'll say this for the second part of it actually. Honestly, I don't know how he got misdemeanor. If they found him with all his weapon, I didn't even process that to just now. I don't know why he got misdemeanor possession of marijuana when he got found with 9 pounds. That's very suspicious, and he's being held without bond. I mean, being held without bond is not suspicious, but the 9 pounds and then misdemeanor possession of. I mean, I get that you're trying to get him on actually shooting somebody and not the drug charges, but I don't know, that's a little interesting in my thing. So another thing that ended up happening today is they have a second person who turned themselves in. Is actually a woman, Joyce Gardner. She was charged with felony possession with intent to sell/deliver marijuana, felony possession of marijuana, felony maintaining a dwelling for use, keeping, or selling of controlled substance, felony possession of a Schedule 4 controlled substance, and a misdemeanor possession of drug paraphernalia. And her bond was actually set at $5,000, and it also says she is a current student at Winston-Salem. So let me see. Now let's look up her charges. So actually, I forgot to say, for his charges, it's a maximum of 37 years, and then you got those couple months on, so it's probably like almost like 37 and a half years. That's the maximum, no maximum. I'm a little worried about those drug charges though. Just a misdemeanor, and he got caught with 9 pounds. Like that's a lot of fucking. If y'all don't know how many 9 pounds is, y'all just gonna have to Google that, bro. How many grams 9 pounds is? Cause that shit is like over like 4,000 pounds. 4,000 grams. Like that's like OD. But now she got a felony possession of marijuana. So are they trying to say that's her weed? Like this now the story gets juicier. Hold on. For the Schedule 4 possession. Now, what is Schedule 4 is the better question. What falls under Schedule 4 for you would be, example of Schedule 4 would be Xanax. What else would y'all know on this list? Restorol, I've seen that before. Valium. Yeah, that's pretty much the most known Schedule 4. So she probably had Xans or something, or Valium on her, something like that, which is absolutely crazy. And she also has a misdemeanor of drug paraphernalia. So was that a couple months charge? That's not nothing crazy. So she didn't get the book thrown at her crazy. The most they probably gonna end up doing, like she has what a maximum, I think, if I forgot to do calculated verb, but like her shit is somewhere just around 10 years, which obviously, like I said, don't want to go to jail. And her bond is only set at $5,000. So what with with what it looks like to me is, and looking at their charges, where she gets felony possession and misdemeanor, and he gets held. What it looked like to me that the weed was in her dorm. Yeah, okay, maybe it was like this. Maybe it was like this. So maybe I could see a couple things. Maybe he was trapping and he kept it in her dorm, so that when they ran up in there, they found it in her dorm. And then as far as the shooting, it's probably just a nigga trying to run off, and he won't trying to let her run off. Now, letting 9 shots into a nigga inside the dorm is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why you wouldn't. Well, getting your eyes on nigga after leave, but I would say follow the nigga. That would be my first idea. But like I said, don't look at me. My first idea would just be to follow the nigga, because that is I get it, you not wanting a nigga to run off of your shit, especially when you out here living like that. But shooting a nigga in the dorm room is absolutely bonkers. But that's what I'm getting. Either she was the one really trapping because she got the felony possession, or he was trapping out of her dorm room. So it's either one of them. And I feel like he was trapping more, just because I find it hard to believe that she was trapping and he shot a nigga for her. I find it easier to believe that she was letting him hold the shit in her dorm room and the nigga tried to run off and he shot the nigga trying to run off on his own shit. That's what I find it easier to believe. And that's why I also think that she's got a lesser bond, for the simple fact they might try to pressure her to just flip on a nigga. But you know how the police is, especially when it comes to women. They definitely would try to pressure a woman to flip on a nigga, especially when they're accusing the man of doing the one to shooting and her just with drug charges. So, especially when she has felony drug charges, so they might try to drop the charges for her flipping on a nigga and, you know, giving up testimony and all that. But yeah, it sounds like a very crazy case. I don't know what the nigga did, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, the victim did. So we won't know what the nigga did for a nigga to want to shoot you. So I don't know, but that's all I really gotta say though. Like, shit, if they innocent, shit, I don't know, bro. Like, let me just shut the fuck up, though. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I need to talk about the video, and we out.